What's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome to Stop the Cap. Today, we're looking at Woman Ruins Her Relationship with One Text Conversation, the Coffee Pod, with Chisha Zed. I haven't really watched too much of this content, but I'm willing to, so far I've seen things, and he's, in my personal opinion, pretty on point with what he's saying. So we're gonna hop into this.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman ruins her chance at a good relationship with a good man with one text conversation. I'm not wasting time. Let's check it out. So, guys, I'm going to actually read this text conversation that was had between a couple, a man and a woman. All right, so the guy sends the first text to his girlfriend and says, "Hey, babe, Saturday is my mom's birthday celebration. I want you to come." She responds and says, "Really, babe?" With the heart, smiley emojis. "I get to meet your parents? Yay. How should I dress, love?" He responds and says, "Formal. All my family will be there. This is a big step for me. They never met any of my girlfriends." She responds and says, "Wow. Teary-eyed emojis. Don't make me cry." He responds and says, "It's true." And then she says, "I have a nice dress for the occasion. If you come over tonight, I'll show you." And the boyfriend responds with, "Okay, I'll come over after work. Also, babe, I need a big favor from you." So guys, this is where the story gets really, really interesting. She responds and says, "Anything, babe." And then the boyfriend asks, "Can you please not wear colored hair and the wavy makeup? You're beautiful with your natural brown hair and you don't need a lot of makeup. My parents is old school." Then she responds,
I have a problem with that on the guy's end. I can understand not wanting to hear your parents' mouth, but hair color, what made me mad was when he said my parents are old school. She's in a relationship with you. She's not in a relationship with them. So, this might be a little deceptive from the title. Ruins her relationship with one text conversation. That one point right there makes it seem like it's him, in my personal opinion. Like,
"Wait, ... babe, what does the hair I wear and the makeup have to do with meeting your folks?" Question mark and the exclamation mark. That's when he responds and says, "Babe, my parents get on my sister when she wears colored wigs and heavy makeup. They think it's ghetto. Quote,
Put that coffee down.
we don't like that coffee." He goes on to say, "I want them to meet the real you is all. I'm not trying to upset you, just asking." And so his girlfriend responds with, "The real me is wearing what the F I like." So basically your parents are judgmental?
I was actually agreeing with that. If I'm doing it, this is the real me. As long as, like, I'm actually agreeing with the woman, and I don't do that often. I'm agreeing with the woman. The real me is wearing what I like. Now, shouts out to Celebrity. I only know about her because of a different perspective. So go check that channel out. But shouts out to Celebrity. But she's the guy on a different perspective calls her the queen of accountability. But we're gonna keep it pimping.
Your mom wear wigs? To which he responded, "What does that matter if she wears wigs? They match her real hair. Babe, that's not the same." She responds, "But she wear them shits, and that ain't the real her, right? She covers her real hair with the fake wig, right? So you're telling me to wear my natural hair while your mom wears wigs?" He responds and says, "If you remember, I told you last year my mom was sick. She had cancer. That is why she wears wigs. You know what? It's okay. You don't have to come." To which she responds, shaking my head, "You should have told me that it was cancer. Now you're trying to make me feel bad. Now I look like a bad girlfriend. If I can't be myself around your family, I don't want to ever meet them. I'm not faking for anybody, babe. He responds and says, I didn't have to tell you those details about my mom. You wore your natural hair for that administrative assistant job, right? Because you knew the colored hair would be a no-go, but you can't do the same for me? She responds and says, wow, that was for a job. It's not the same. Maybe it ain't time for me to meet your parents. I'm not changing my hair or makeup, period. He says, okay then. All right, guys, so as usual, I'm going to hold my peace. I'm curious to see what the people have to say. We're going to check out some of these comments. So our first commenter here is a female who said, really, lady? Overcolored hair and heavy makeup? He basically said she looks way better natural. She should have been flattered. 278 likes. That was the pinned comment at the very top. This commenter says she could have compromised, period. She's wrong.
The wig, I'll go with whatever. Makeup, heavy makeup, that's a no-go for me. Like, I'm not really one for heavy makeup. Like, I want to see you because what's that term? Coyote ugly. And what you wake up to ain't what you went to sleep with. Let me see what I'm really dealing with. Could she have compromised? Yeah. The wig, I can compromise with, but the makeup, like, don't wear all that shit.
Next comment, first impressions stick for a long time. Colored hair is definitely a no-go, but maybe the makeup could have been fine. Her reaction with the profanity is really telling though. Red flag. I agree. This commenter says, wow. Facepalm, equality, laughing emoji. Next commenter says, I don't know why a lot of women get mad when men want them to look natural. I feel like makeup and wigs and everything else are just ways to show women not really comfortable being themselves because of social media.
I'm going to agree with that. And I'm going to agree with that some heavy. Because what did I just say about Coyote Ugly? Like, I want to see you. Like, don't get me wrong, that might be a look, and I'm not even going to lie, that might have been what initially attracted me. But initial attractions, and first impressions are one thing. What you continually deal with is another.
Praising wigs and makeup, BBLs, etc.
My
61
dog.
likes. This commenter says she would do it for the job, but not for him. Got it.
And that's the part that pissed me off. You'll do it for the job, but not for me. So, are you telling me your job is more important to you than I am? That's literally the only question you gotta ask. Is your job more important to you than I am? I'm asking no different of you than this job.
Thumbs up. Next comment is a female commenter who says, I don't blame him at all. I mean, who in their right mind if someone told them to dress formally would wear bright neon? Colored wigs, heavy colored makeup. Do people not know what formal means? It means usually a solid dark color, natural look. Next commenter says he's not in the wrong. He asked her nicely. He goes on to say, although I do think he should have done it in person and not over the phone or through text. Some conversations aren't meant to be had over the phone, in my opinion. She took it too far and
I'm gonna agree.
This commenter says, wow, are you kidding me? She was dead wrong. He asked nicely and with the calm tone. In my opinion, he should have made his exit from this relationship, period. And the final comment here is from a guy who says, I'm convinced the compromising only occurs at work with women. This is a problem for a lot of guys. I recently had a guy who sent me a question to my DMs. And unfortunately, man, when you guys shoot me questions, like especially when it comes to dating questions, I know in the past I used to do a lot of dating and relationship advice videos. I'm trying to get back into that and responding to videos, and I will. I will eventually get back to making those type of videos because right now it's really hard for me to keep up with all the questions. But it's a guy who told me that he had a problem with this chick who wanted to go to, I think it was like a festival, some type of a festival, carnival or something like that. And she was wearing a see-through short dress where everyone could see her underwear. And he broke up with her because of it. And he wanted to know, he just wanted assurance, like, hey, did I do the right thing? And I told him, yes, you did. As a man, you should not accept to deal with the woman seriously, to take her for a serious relationship who does not dress to please you, who does not dress to please her man. The first problem with a lot of guys when it comes to the situation is simply they're just too nice. They're just too nice.
That actually, I talked about that in another video. You'll do nothing for your man, but you'll do everything for social media and likes and attention. About, can a man say something about how his woman dresses? Yes. Because if you trying to have your ass out, you trying to show cleavage, you trying to have your breasts out and all that, and you going outside, that's a no-go. And it's not that I'm insecure. It's not that the next man is insecure. It is that you know you wrong in doing that, and you're trying to and telling a man he's insecure for saying something like that. That's a shaming tactic. Fellas, don't fall for that. Like I said, we as men have the same standards and boundaries as women do. The difference is they want theirs observed while they'll walk all over yours and try to talk down on you for trying to actually stand up for them. It don't work with me. The first time you try that stuff, oh, no, I'm not. But I'm telling you what, walk out this house looking like that, and make sure you take your bags with you. Oh, over there, nah. Because that's actually an argument I had. Like I said, this modern dating scene, it sucks. And they doing everything for likes. If you doing that for attention, you're lining up my replacement.
How a woman dresses is non-negotiable. Women need to dress for their men. The trade-off is this. If a woman values your masculinity, what you provide, your protection, she's trading you committing to her for the long term. And what she's giving you in return for that is her beauty. That's the trade. Because that beauty eventually is going to fade away. And what keeps a man there is remembering that, like, hey, this woman gave me the best of her years. So I will stick by her side even when her beauty is gone. Now,
I do not agree with that. I don't agree. Your beauty is not what you give a man. Your mindset, who you are, how you think, your values, your standards, that is what you give a man. Because physicality is a depreciating asset. And if we're talking about assets, like it's business, once this asset depreciates and you no longer see a value for it, you get rid of it. So that's why people leave, like a younger model. You always wonder why you see a man with a younger model? Because women are older and they don't look the same like they used to. Okay, you don't look as good as this 20-year-old. What do you think I'm going to go for? So your mindset has to be there. That is, and I said it in a previous video because my mother told it to me over 20 years ago. How she looks will not raise your children. How she thinks and how she acts will. And that's what I'm saying. Your mindset is what will keep a man. Well, a man with self-respect. Let me correct myself. Because if you got a beautiful mindset, you got decent standards and values, that man will cherish you till the day he dies. If you're ugly mentally, as soon as you get ugly physically, you're gone.
Problem is, a lot of women out here don't understand that they need to customize themselves down to the way that they look and dress for their men. But see, you can't do this with the woman who doesn't value you as a man, who thinks that you're disposable, right? Who doesn't understand the importance of having a man to help her get through life. Because women need men, no matter what they say. They need men. But a woman who doesn't understand that and lives in delusion is not going to accept that reality. We don't have time to tolerate women out here who can't get with the program. As a man who is working every day to improve yourself, right? This is not going to happen if you are a bum. But as a man who's working every day to improve himself, as a man who's embraced that alpha mentality, you're working, you're improving yourself. She values you, what you bring to the table. She dresses for you. Yes, her lipstick, when a woman is truly happy with the man that she's with, she'll ask you what type of colored lipstick you want. She'll want to wear her hair the way you like it. And if you say you don't like something, she will comply. And if she pushes back, like we just saw in the situation, it's time to check her and let her know it's either she complies, gets with the program, right, like that, like my dude did with the girl who wanted to go out to the festival with the see-through dress, and he broke up with her. Good for him. You see, the problem in this situation wasn't that she wasn't complying in this situation. The problem is, what are you doing wearing colorful hair, period? From the looks of it, it seems like the boyfriend has always had a problem with the colorful hair. He would rather she doesn't. That's the shit you gotta make sure is discussed in the beginning. A woman should dress.
I was just about to say that,
if you're
yeah.
committing to that woman. When a man commits to a woman, he's committing to her. He's going against what his carnal self wants to do, which is to go out here and just bust cheeks. But you're committing to that woman. You're giving your life to that woman. You're protecting that woman. You want to help provide for that woman. And what do you get in return? You get her. You get her beauty. That is the exchange. Her compliance, femininity, all the things that you want. And part of that is how she presents herself. It should be in accordance with what you prefer. Your woman must be customized to you. And if she can't get with the program, dog, you gotta let her go. Fast, not slow. As always, guys,
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Leave your comments down below. What would you guys have done in this situation if you were the guy? Because I think after what we just read, everybody would agree with me if I said this coffee smells like shit. I appreciate you guys for checking out.
It's only 10 seconds left, so we had to end the video. But that last point, yeah, no, I'm not sure I agree with that. Like, and that shows, ladies, men don't always agree with other men. Like this, we agree with some parts of it, but we don't. Just because we're men, don't always agree with each other. I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure I agree with what he's saying. You see me giving him the look, right? But if you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button, you know, notification button and the bell. Also, do be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I can and will be reading all of them, and I actually love the interaction. I try to upload at least once a week. I'm a father, and I work 2 full-time jobs. So I try to create content at least once a week. And I try to do upload on Sundays normally. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm always with these peace signs. And I will catch you in the next one.